Hi everyone, happy Monday. Thanks for tuning in to Miss Alvarado's channel. This week we are doing the Gimme 5 page number 5. Page number 5. And let's go ahead and get started on Monday's row. The first column is compare. Okay, so this week we're going to be comparing decimals, fractions, and whole numbers. So before we get started, let's go over some of the comparing signs that we see in 4th grade. So when we're comparing numbers, we're going to be using the greater than sign, the less than sign, and the equal to sign. So I would go ahead and suggest pausing this video and writing that at the top of your paper just in case you forget, okay? It's not a bad idea to go ahead and write that at the top, okay? Now let's get started. On Monday, they're wanting us to compare 70 and 47 hundredths compared to 98 and 9 tenths, okay? So when we're dealing with decimals, I like to think of money. So 70 and 47 hundredths is the same thing as saying $70.47, okay? 98 and 9 tenths, okay? That's the same thing as saying 98 and 90 cents. Since that 9, I'll explain, since that 9 is in the tenths place, it really means 90. Okay, 9 tenths, 9/10 is 90. So if you want to put a placeholder 0 behind it, just so that it's a better visual for you, that wouldn't be a bad idea. So there we go. So we want to know, is $70.47 greater than, less than, or equal to $98.90? Make sure when you're reading these numbers and they're asking you to compare, make sure you read it like how you read a book, from left to right. Okay, you can't say, is $98.90 greater than, less than, or equal to $70.47? That's not how you're supposed to read it. You need to read it from left to right. Okay, so the answer is $70.47 is less than $98.90. So you need to put the less than sign. And when you go and input your answer on the Google form, all you need to do is put the comparing sign. If the answer is less than, you need to put the less than sign. That's it. Second column, round to the underline. Okay, we've seen a couple of problems like this. 1, what place value are they wanting you to round to? Well, they have the 9 underlined, and that 9 is in the hundreds place value. It's in the hundreds place value, meaning, are we going to be rounding down to 30,900? Or are we going to round up to 31,000? Now, why is it 31,000? Well, because this number is a 948. If we round up to the nearest hundred, that would make a new 1,000. So it would be 31,000. Okay, so let me write this on the board so that you can have a visual. Okay, so I would write that number, 30,948. Step 1, underline the place value they want you to round to. It's already done for us. It's the 9. They want us to round to the nearest 100. So we're either going to round down to 30,900 or round up to 31,000. This is where, okay, I'm sorry, I'm jumping ahead of myself. So first you underline the place value. Then you circle the neighbor to your right. That number that you circle is going to tell you, are you going to round down or are you going to round up? That's where you have to use the rounding rule. Is 4 5 or more, raise the score, which means round up. Or is 4 or less, let it rest, which means round down. 4 or less, let it rest. That means you're going to round down. Your answer is 30,900. 30,900. So when you go and input your answers, you need to type in 30,900. Next column, decimals. They're wanting you to add 14 plus 5 6/10. Okay, so we have a whole number and then we have a decimal that has a whole number in it. So I would set this up. I always put the bigger number on top no matter if I'm adding or subtracting. So I'm going to put 14 at the top. But if you noticed, one number has a decimal and the other doesn't. Okay, so I know 14 is a whole number, so I know I can put the decimal after the 14 and then write 0, 0. Put those placeholder zeros. So that when I go and I add the 5.6 or 5 6/10, I can line up my decimals. So that's how you should have it set up for this problem. And they're wanting you to add 0, 6, bring down your decimal, 9, 1. Your final answer is 19 60/100. So write that on your Give Me 5 paper, and when you go and input these answers in the Google form, you need to put 19.60. Okay, the next column is solve and label. We're seeing strip diagrams. We know strip diagrams are made up of parts and a whole. So take this time now to label your strip diagram. Do you have your whole? Do you have your part? What are you missing? Okay, that's going to determine what operation are we going to do. Addition, subtraction, multiplication, division. In this case, for right now, you only have to worry about knowing, is it addition or is it subtraction? Okay. Oh, I forgot to label. So as I'm looking at this strip diagram, I have my whole, I have one part, but I'm missing the other part. So when I have my whole and I'm missing a part, I know I am going to subtract. So you need to subtract 450 minus 341. 450 minus 341. I can't take away 1 from 0, so I'm going to my next door neighbor and borrowing 1. Cross out the 5, it becomes a 4, and it makes this 0 a 10. That's a 10. There we go. 10 minus 1 is 9. 4 minus 4 is 0. And 4 minus 3 is 1. Your answer is 109. The missing part is 109. Now let's go to the last column, the multiplication facts, boys and girls, and let's knock these out of the park. 130 times 0. Boys and girls, anything, no matter how big or how small that number is, anything times 0 is 0. 321 times 1. Okay, 321 times 1. Well, boys and girls, anything, any number times 1 is itself. Okay, so 321 times 1 is 321. And last but certainly not least, 7 times 12 is 84. 7 times 12 is 84. If you need to repeat that in your head over and over and over again to get that memorized, do what you got to do. But these multiplication facts you need to have memorized. Okay, boys and girls, that wraps up Monday's Give Me 5 for page number 5. Students, you need to go into Google Classroom. Go to classwork. click on Gimme 5 Monday, page number 5, and input the answers that we got for today's problem. Okay, everybody, I hope to see you again tomorrow. Y'all have a great rest of the day. Let's have a great week. And I love you and miss you all. Bye.